Imagine living without television, video games, social media, streaming services, or even electricity. Once the sun went down, you could not simply pull out your phone and scroll for 3 hours. So, what did ancient people actually do for fun? The answer is surprisingly familiar. They played games, watched sports, listened to music, attended parties, told stories, and spent time with friends. Of course, ancient people were not one group. Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, Mesopotamians, Chinese societies, and Mesoamerican civilizations all had different traditions. The amount of free time someone had also depended on their wealth, occupation, gender, and social position. Wealthy people generally had more leisure, while laborers and enslaved people often had far less control over their time. One of the easiest forms of entertainment was storytelling. Families and friends could gather to hear stories about gods, heroes, monsters, wars, local events, or embarrassing neighbors. Stories were performed from memory and passed between generations. Music was also extremely popular. Ancient musicians played drums, flutes, harps, lyres, rattles, bells, and other instruments. Egyptian art shows musicians and dancers performing at banquets and festivals. Archaeologists in China have even discovered playable flutes
made from bird bones, approximately 8,000 years ago. Apparently, someone looked at a bird bone and thought, I could make music with that. Ancient people were also serious about board games. More than 4,000 years ago, people in Mesopotamia played what we now call the royal game of Ur. Ancient Egyptians played Senet, a racing game with 30 squares. Wealthy people owned decorated game boxes, while poorer players could scratch a simple board into the floor. Tutankhamun was buried with several game boxes, probably because eternity would become boring very quickly. Another game called 20 Squares spread across the ancient Near East and eventually reached Egypt. In Han Dynasty China, people played Liubo, using a board, 12 pieces, and dice. Unfortunately, ancient players did not leave instruction videos, so historians still debate exactly how some of these games worked. Children had toys that would look familiar today. They played with dolls, balls, hoops, rattles, miniature animals, carts, and toy furniture. Greek children also played with knuckle bones, usually made from the ankle bones of sheep or goats. They rolled them like dice, knocked other pieces from circles, or threw and caught them like modern jacks. For people who preferred physical activity, there were sports. Ancient Greek competitions included running, wrestling, boxing, jumping, discus throwing, javelin throwing, horse racing, and chariot racing. These competitions were connected to religious festivals
and could bring enormous honor to a winner's family and city. In Mesoamerica, different civilizations played games using a heavy rubber ball inside specially built courts. Players could strike the ball using parts of the body around the hips, waist, or legs. Depending on the culture and period, the ball game could be a sport, public entertainment, political competition, and religious ritual at the same time. Public entertainment could attract enormous crowds. Greek audiences watched tragedies and comedies in large outdoor theaters. Roman cities offered plays, musical performances, chariot races, gladiator fights, and animal spectacles. Festivals were another major source of entertainment. Religion, politics, and fun were often mixed together. A festival could include processions, music, dancing, theater, athletic competitions, food, and drinking. It might celebrate a harvest, honor a god, mark the new year, or demonstrate the power of a ruler. For ordinary people, festivals offered a break from normal routines and an opportunity to gather with the wider community. The most universal entertainment was simply spending time with other people. Ancient families shared food, drank beer or wine, listened to music, played games, exchanged stories, and probably gossiped constantly. The technology was different, and some ancient entertainment was far more violent, but the basic desire was the same. People wanted to escape work, laugh together, test their skills, experience excitement, and make an ordinary day more interesting. Ancient people did not need smartphones to have fun, although they probably would have become addicted to them just as quickly as we did.